I'm not gonna lean against this. What's going on?
So, how's it feel? I asked the same question to these
Yeah.
guys. How's it just feel to be going into TNT, everything like that, with just this new kind of lease on life in regards to your wrestling career and seeing how that goes for you?
I mean, it's really exciting. I feel like the opportunity that they're providing us is something that I couldn't imagine that happening a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And I started doing this character 3 years ago, based off of something they kind of gave me at Lucha Underground. I tried to run with it myself, and I wasn't getting a lot of traction with it. And I had all these ideas, and I wanted to try this completely different style, which I feel like I don't even wrestle out there. I feel like there's a performance that I'm doing with Luchasaurus that needed a platform, and they've finally given it to me. And myself and Jungle Boy, we have so many ideas together, and the fact that we're gonna have a TV audience to do that it's pretty incredible, and we're really excited about it. We definitely feel very fortunate about it too.
I've got to ask about the elephant in the room to the dinosaur.
Yeah.
About, you guys were going to do the Wednesday night TV, and all of a sudden NXT's going to USA Network head to head. So there is like a new war, and a lot of fans lived through the Monday Night Wars in the 90s. How do you guys react to that? How do you guys feel about that? There's going to be a sort of competing show at the same time.
Well, I mean, I'm excited about it, really. I like the idea of competing. I feel like what I'm doing personally and what some of my people I work with are doing is better than anything else. So I say bring on competition, number one, but I think two, all the wrestlers, the workers, and talent, everyone benefits from competition. And there hasn't been competition since the 90s. And what was everyone goes back to the 90s like it was the golden period in wrestling, and they thought how great it was. And I remember watching as a kid back then, even though I'm 65 million years old. I'll say I was a kid then. But it was great to watch. Everyone was pushing each other. It was more competitive than ever. And then over the last 20 years, it's been an ice age. It's like an asteroid hit the freak. Stop the dinosaur. But it hasn't been fun to watch, and there's only been a few guys that I've been interested in the last 20 years in really watching and following their careers. And I was in NXT when it first started, and I really I was not happy there. And I'm glad I never would have been able to do this or create this there. So I think it's a different product. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do with 2 hours of live TV against us. I'm going to watch everything because I'm a student of the game. I try to watch everything I'm doing and everything everyone around me is doing and see. So I'm curious to see how it goes, just like you guys are. But I feel like myself, Jungle Boy, Marco Stone, what we're going to do as a team is ready to compete against anything they put out there.
And you mentioned about how you were in NXT. And
yeah.
A lot of people talk about fans wanting an alternative, but for Marco and Jungle Boy both talked about how they might not be good fits in WWE. Is this important for the wrestlers to have this alternative, to have somewhere where they can go and be creatively involved in what they do?
Well, I think that's exactly what it is. And for me, this is like a historic opportunity to make a change and to allow wrestlers in the future to feel like they have a place to go. When I left NXT when I was injured, and when I went back to Los Angeles to rehab, and I knew I wasn't going to go back. I knew that as soon as my injuries recovered, they were going to let me go. This is how it went. It really felt like there was nowhere to go. And I remember talking to some people in the Indies and saying, well, you can try to do the Indies, but there really isn't much money out there. There's not a lot of career opportunities. And it just seemed like if you're not in WWE, this is 2012, if you're not in WWE, there's nowhere to go. Your career's over. You might as well start thinking about something else in life. And that's where I was. And then Lucha Underground came around and gave me a second opportunity. And all of a sudden the Indies exploded. And now we have AEW. So things changed really quickly. But it's important to me to be a part of this change so that people don't have to feel like that. There was a lot of people who were staying in the situation where maybe they weren't doing the character they wanted to do or projecting the person they wanted to be out to the audience, but they felt like they had to stay there. There was no other opportunities. There was nothing else out there for them. So at least now with AEW, my goal is to show people that you really can be anything you want to be, and that if you believe in something, someone out there will believe in you if what you're doing is actually good.
So you're super well spoken for a dinosaur.
Yeah, I have a master's degree.
It's really well done. I'm curious how you want to bring that, like how, as a character and as a persona, as a wrestler, you want to bring that to the AEW television.
Well, my whole thing is they didn't really know how to present me, and I hadn't really thought about promos over the last couple of years. When I was on Lucha Underground, my character was a giant snake monster who didn't talk, and that was what you'd expect from it. Or maybe I'd have this like deep, raspy Batman voice and do some kind of like over-the-top character. Mm-hmm. And I just told the Bucks, the only time I'm really comfortable doing promos is being myself. I like to do interviews. I was on a reality show, and I could talk forever when I was on that because I wasn't trying to act or be anything I wasn't. So I was like, let me just put on the mask and be myself and see what happens. And I think it's kind of something that's getting over with the audience. I think